What's up YouTube? My name is Chad. This is the Wisco Boater channel. I'm gonna go for a dinghy cruise tonight because I finally bought a dinghy. And here is my beauty. It's a 1995 Caribe 10-foot dinghy, 10.5-foot dinghy. I bought a Yamaha 9.9 four-stroke for the back of it. That is a 2000. And a new gas tank. I'll talk a little bit more about the boat once I get in it and get off the dock here. First thing I need to do is bail some water because we had a storm come through. So get the water bailed and we'll go for a ride. Okay, I just broke my phone stand, so I'm gonna have to hand hold the phone for every shot I do in this video, but let's see if we can get this thing fired up. Oop. Get her untied, get off the dock, and I'll tell you how I came to own this engine and dinghy. All right, so I bought this dinghy and engine separately. I bought the engine, again, a Yamaha 9.9 horsepower four-stroke. I bought it at at Bay Marine's basically rummage sale. Pretty good deal on it. Gave $300 for it, and thing fired right up, and yeah, it runs really good. So I was quite happy about that. But I was really patient about getting the actual dinghy because for what I'm going to use a dinghy for, I mean, I'm not a cruiser like a Great Lakes cruiser, so I don't need something that's really nice and fancy or has a console or anything like that. And I didn't want to have a bunch of money tied up in something that I'm just going to use to run from marina to marina, or my marina to a restaurant, or somebody else's boat to go have drinks on. That just didn't make sense to me. So there's a bunch of dinghies that have been for sale all summer long. It is now August 9th. I bought the dinghy about a week ago. I've had the motor for about 3 weeks, maybe a month, and I've just been kind of waiting for the right deal to come along for a dinghy with no motor. And there were several of them out there the last few weeks for $400, $500. I wanted a fiberglass floor, fiberglass hull, so it's an actual rib, a rigid inflatable boat. And this one that I'm on right now is a 1995 Caribe 10-foot dinghy. And if you replace this, if you bought this dinghy new today, this is what you're going to pay for it. It's like $5,000 just for the dinghy. This one, it's 1995, so it's old, but I paid $125 for this boat. Now, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, and I got to air it up every 4 days. I'll find a leak at some point and fix the leak, but the thing is perfectly functional. So I got a new gas tank, that was $80. New fuel hose, that was $40. So that's $120. $300 in the motor, that's $420. $125 for the boat itself. So I'm in this dinghy with an engine, gas tank, everything out on the water running. $550. Now, does that make me cheap? I don't know, thrifty maybe. I just did not want to have a couple $1,000s tied up in something like this that I'm just going to go out, take a ride on a beautiful night, just chill out, or go to another marina or run to a restaurant, and then put away. That's just having that kind of money tied up in a little boat like this just doesn't make sense to me. And I'm not going to be taking Thirsty Whale anywhere. And the next boat is going to be something smaller. I might cross Green Bay or Lake Michigan with it still. And perhaps I could take this with me, but I don't need a dinghy to anchor out to get to shore. This is just, it stays at my marina, right next to the boat, and gets me around where I want to be. So this is actually my very first cruise on it, so the sea trial, as we'll say, and everything's going good. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to film with if I actually open it up here in a second, because I don't have a stand, nothing to tie it to. But and I'm not real good at driving a dinghy, so hopefully I don't end up in the water. But I want my phone to stay in the boat if I end up in the water. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to end up in the water. All right, more on the way back. All right. Well, I decided not to run it. I forgot that I don't have the tilt. What's it called? The tilt rod pin, which is what actually keeps the motor from flopping up in the air when you put it in reverse. It did not come with that, so I'm just going to take it easy on this first cruise. Once I get that locking pin put back in, I'll take it out and run it. But I think this thing's going to do pretty good. This 9.9's got some decent power. It's a little 10-foot dinghy, so yeah, we'll see what it does here in the next couple days. I'll have this new locking tilt pin, the tilt rod pin, in place in the next couple days. I bought a new one from Amazon. Should be here over the weekend. But yeah, at least for an initial run here, it's just super relaxing. It's a beautiful evening, and this little Yamaha is running great. Now, you may recall, if you watched this channel for a little while now, I had a dinghy, a brand new dinghy, a couple of years ago. That was a 9-foot Newport, which I put a 10 horsepower Honda on, and I was not happy with that boat at all. That was an air floor boat, and the engine ran great. It was really, really touchy with the throttle. So it was really hard to cruise smoothly on, but the fact that it was an air floor, you were very, very limited on the types of conditions you could take the boat out in. The smallest waves, it just felt like the boat was just going to kind of roll over in itself, like a taco or something. I was never comfortable on that boat, so I sold it, and the only thing I decided I was going to buy after that point, after having an air floor boat, was which also had an air keel, but I only wanted a fiberglass hull boat after that. I wasn't going to do an aluminum floor boat because those still have air keels. And so yeah, just waiting for something to come along, something like this that was really inexpensive, and we'll do what I wanted to do, what I needed to do. Just out for a nice evening cruise. It is perfect. If I can get it back in the slip without hitting my boat again. When I left, I didn't catch it on video, but when I left, my hands slipped off the throttle, and the engine went completely sideways in reverse, and it spun me around, and I ran into Thirsty Whale. Hopefully I won't do that going back in. Okay, back on the dock. Didn't hit anything. We're all good. That was a first, nice little first cruise. Good job, little guy. So thanks for watching this episode of the Wisco Boater Channel. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time on the Wisco Boater Channel. Happy boating, everybody.